Today we have been hashtag blessed by the Bachelor gods because none other than living icon Ashley I is in our presence.
Oh my gosh, but I'm here all the time.
I know, but I'm still excited. And you brought some merch.
I brought my tissues just in case I cry.
I feel like it's going to be a really emotional show. You guys are going to want to stick around because Ashley is going to be spilling all of the tea, and we might even, I don't know, get to see her be flirted with a bit.
Oh my gosh, what are you talking about?
I don't know, you guys, but the show starts right now. We're ready to recap all the major dramas that went down on last night's episode of The Bachelorette, and we're not just talking about the mud wrestling. I mean, who knew these guys could be this dramatic? Plus, Rachel tells DeMario to keep it moving, and Fred packs his bag. So should Rachel have sent Fred home? And our resident Bachelor queen, Ashley I, is joining us in the studio today, and she is ready to spill all the goss on Rachel's guys. It's all happening right now on True Showmance, The Bachelorette. Today's episode is brought to you by Secret, stress tested for women. Thank you so much. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to True Showmance. We've already seen our share of drama, fights, awkward makeouts over just the past 2 weeks of The Bachelorette. But I gotta say, week 3 was a whole different ball game. And thanks to Secret, we are back at it again with lots of exciting things in store. So I have to start at the beginning because joining me here today are some amazing ladies. We have Erin and Tracy.
Oh, that's quite the intro. Yes.
Hello. That
Hello.
would be you guys.
Hi.
Also, you might recognize her as a host for Clevver News, or I don't know, maybe you're like me and you totally remember as a 3-time Bachelor franchise favorite, our resident Bachelor queen, Ashley Iaconetti.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have you here with us in the studio.
Yeah, it is really cool. I just feel like I'm really at home here during a Bachelor show.
And thanks for
100%.
taking the time to come meet with us because you're pretty much traveling everywhere right now to talk Bachelor or
It's the
Bachelorette.
craziest ever. My Tuesdays are nuts, but it's really good to be here at Clevver. What's funny about Clevver is usually my escape from talking about The Bachelor, but now here I am talking about it.
Also,
There is
thanks
no
for
escape.
lightening your hair. It looks really
thank
good.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
she lightened her hair, guys. It
Just
looks
for
gorgeous.
this.
And we can't forget, of course, we've also got our barista Rylan hanging out today.
Yeah.
Who, as per the usual, you're going to be reading all the comments and thoughts, right?
Of course, as always. And look who's next to me.
But you also have someone special with you. So we had this fun idea, this fun thought as a special gift to you guys, or like, I mean, let's be real, this is a gift for us. Rylan has graciously volunteered, or maybe I forced him, to be tribute, to become Rose Ceremony ready. So throughout the show, Brian, hello Brian.
Hi, guys.
How are
Brian.
you? He's going to be
so attractive.
Isn't he a hottie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very attractive.
He's going to be working his magic and transforming Dadums into someone who is ready to get a rose tonight. Do you think it's going to happen, Rylan?
I for sure think I'm gonna get a rose, and I'm ready for this dad formation. At first, I thought I was going to become a girl. That's why I had my Britney shirt on. But I still think I'm Bachelorette ready, and I'm an eligible Bachelor, even though I have a boyfriend. Weird. Okay. So you guys, we have a whole lot going on in this show. I do, of course, want to read some of your comments aloud while
It's all happening.
Dagramized. You guys, we also are going to be playing this epic game of Never Have I Ever with all of the hosts on this show. And I do, of course, want to thank a few of you for watching. Jennifer Williams has already shared this video, and so many of you are commenting on YouTube as well. I'm reading some from too many people. Tiger Lover is watching.
Ooh, Tiger Lover.
Hey, babe.
But-
Something about this is so aesthetically pleasing to me. I just want to watch
It's
this
like
happen.
that ASMR thing where you're like watching and listening. I'm feeling very into this, so thank you.
You're welcome.
So Ashley, of course, is here in the studio with us today to help dish all of the dirt, or I guess if you saw last night's episode, it really should be mud that we're talking about. So if you people watching have any burning questions for her, start thinking now, because we're going to be reading all your comments throughout the show. But speaking of mud, I kind of think, like, even though the show just aired last night, we should get a refresher. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, here are the highlights, guys.
In order to experience joy, you need pain. And I realized these faults last night.
I'm glad that you gave me the quote about the joy and the pain, and I hope that the pain that you've gotten from this gives you joy somewhere else. It's just not here right now.
I'm a clown? I'm a clown? No, hold on. Because I can be funny. No. You don't even know what funny looks like. Funny is not waboom.
Okay, this guy tickled me coming out of the limo.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Tickled
guy does not dance well. Where is he? He's up there.
She's a great kisser.
Never have I ever kissed the Bachelorette.
Is this a time that you feel that I can kiss you?
You're asking me if you can kiss me?
I'm gonna ask you. Okay?
I think you're great.
Me too. You as well.
And I wish you the best. I really
Thank you,
do.
Reggie. Thank you, okay?
One step at a time. We are riding on horses down Rodeo Drive.
Nothing. I'm providing clarity.
So why
for
are
the
you
question
talking?
asked. I'm providing
So
clarity.
why, if you're not trying to get anything, why are you talking?
I brought company with me today.
The least appropriate person for Rachel.
I hear that. Like, I'm talking to guys at the house.
I asked two of the men in the bus who they thought was not right for you, and they both said Eric.
On the date, one of the girls was talking to some of the guys, and the question came up of, you know, like, good motives. And twice you were mentioned.
So there's a comment that Eric made, or a question that he had. Eric asked, how real do you think she's taking this?
Yeah, I'm not mad at the question.
And that's a very, like, I think all of us had that question coming in.
Yeah.
This is the talking night. It's fun.
It is about me, because my name is in your mouth. That's what makes me mad.
This is unreal.
My name is in your mouth, so it must be about me.
Wow.
I honestly feel like we're just like violated or something. It's so stressful.
I just watched that last night, and I'm still like just fascinated by
That
it.
recap was awesome. It got everything we needed to see.
So good.
What a good episode.
I do think, I think someone would have been crazy to think that DeMario was going to stand a second chance, but I loved what she had to say about the joy and the pain and the inspirational quote. I felt like I was like looking at a crazy person's Pinterest board.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I need to say about Rachel and how she handled that situation is that could you guys imagine being her in that moment and then articulating yourself that eloquently?
I guess that's
could
like
never.
hashtag lawyer.
Yeah,
that's not
is.
even a word.
Yeah, she's trained to argue
Totally.
very intelligently.
You're right.
I
That's
would
her
have been
job.
I would have been like, you know what? Just like my feelings right now are like really hurt, and I just like, I don't think that I want to be like, I just don't see a future. Like maybe like I saw a
Exactly.
future before, and I would be a nightmare.
I would have just been
Exactly.
like, ew, no, I do not want to see him. Tell him to go away. He's gone. Like the fact that she wanted to hear him out was so surprising to me.
Oh, really?
But
That wasn't
because we
surprising.
got that payoff, I was like, oh, I'm so glad.
It was
she did.
so good. But one thing that some people are saying they didn't see coming, I have to say I'm absolutely not one of these people, was the fact that Rachel gave Fred the peace out. I mean,
I know.
how do you keep
Heartbreaking.
someone that asks you if they can kiss you? It's like,
Wait a second. I actually don't have a problem with that. I had
Really?
a problem with his rendition of it because he was awkward in proposing the question of it.
But
Like, that
here's
was
the
awkward.
thing, every time they were together, she would say, oh my gosh, you're like that little boy in elementary
Yeah,
school. Like
I
he felt
know.
like she was uncomfortable.
Exactly, and therefore, if she's acting like weird, then he's gonna get even more awkward.
They were just not meant for each other.
Yeah, it didn't work out in preschool.
It just didn't work
But
out.
see, you've been through this whole situation.
So
You've
maybe I'm
seen
more
some of these
sensitive.
contestants get like blindsided on the show. What are your thoughts on like what Fred was going through last night? Do you think he
mean,
knew this was coming?
I guess I've had my own moments. Actually, no, that's a lie. Every time I've thought I was gonna get broken up with, I do get broken up with. I like sense it. But Fred didn't sense it, and I think
know.
that's the most heartbreaking part of it.
Yeah.
He was like, that kiss was awesome.
walking down the aisle, or
walking
what
down
you
the aisle.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that she should have sent Fred home? Let us know. We're gonna read your comments on the show. I think he should have gotten sent home. I was so weirded out by the whole situation. I was so skeeved out. You know, like,
He talked so
he was
softly.
like,
He's
"Oh,
like,
you
I'm like, enunciate.
But you know what, Erin? It's because she's set up this precedent where she's not comfortable around him, and she's living in the past, so he's acting in the past.
Interesting.
You
Oh
know?
my gosh, we just went so psychological.
I went to hair
Wow. I went to hair school. I know these things.
Hair school,
That was
not
deep.
a dropout. Okay. All right. So thankfully, not all of last night was drama. We saw that Alex got the first group date rose, that Anthony got the rose on his 1-and-1. So since we haven't done this yet, we decided, what the heck? Let's craft our own in-studio kiss cam. Don't worry, we're not making out with each other right now.
Not this time.
We're actually going to run down the list of how many guys, and it's an impressive list. These are all the guys that Rachel has made out with so far on her journey.
Oh, good for her.
I missed the moment where she kissed Anthony. I didn't even see that on the show. I blinked and it was over.
I hope they have a lot of chapstick on him because I would get so dry kissing all those boys.
Would you kiss all the boys if you were on the show?
I don't know if I would.
Really?
I feel like I would want to really get to know them before they stuck their tongue down my throat.
But is that realistic?
Lots of things to say about this.
Yes.
One, we don't have that many packs of gum and mints around.
Really?
That was one of my questions.
And then you're like feel parched, especially in paradise when you're sweating everything out and you're like, yeah. So what I would do is, I would have a producer like hold some Listerine strips for me, or if we didn't have any of those, I would take toothpaste, put it in my purse, and like rub it on my tongue.
You would literally prepare before you would go on like a date moment with them?
Well, if I like had already kissed him, or like I knew that I was like probably gonna kiss a guy that night, yeah.
But are they fresh?
Are they fresh? Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Is that why the kisses are so loud on the show?
Because we're dehydrated.
Yeah, like that is so, you can hear them so clearly.
I think it's just because the mic's right there.
Oh, but they're all like,
But Tracy, we know this obviously means you would legitimately kiss everyone night one.
every single one
Are you
of
joking me?
I would make out with everybody. Are you kidding
I
me?
would have a problem. See, that's why I couldn't ever be the Bachelorette, because I know myself well enough that I'd probably only desire to kiss 2 or 3 of the
And they
guys
did
in
my
my
ass.
group.
You have to take one for the team, honestly, on this show.
Oh yeah, you have to kiss so many guys you don't really want to.
Yeah.
So many problems. Life is so hard.
I think even if I wasn't attracted to them, I would still do it.
Just for fun. Makeout whore?
Maybe we would find out if I went on the show.
To be continued. But really quickly, you guys, I do want to check in with our beauty queen, Marisa, over there to see what is happening and see what you guys have to say out there about what went down last night. Right, guy? How you looking over there?
Well, I'm trying to sort through
the glow
I've
up
got
is
a
so
lot of eye
real.
going on, if you could tell. I'm trying to sort through your comments while getting eye makeup done. And
It's hard.
It's proving to be very challenging, but you guys are blowing us up about last night. I do want to talk about Rachel. The question should. Gosh, I'm all kinds of worked up over here. Should Rachel have sent Fred home? That was our question for you. A lot of people are replying. Somebody saying, I'm cheesed that Fred went home. Cheesed. Another said that she didn't like Fred. No need to lead him on. One person said, can I kiss you? No, Fred, bye. Honestly, after Fred, Eric needs to leave. So
I
people have
disagree.
lots
What do
to
you
say.
guys
all
think?
love
I love Eric.
I think that he's smooth and cool and like he could talk to me.
When he
Oh, girl.
Is that weird? Like I feel like I'd like want him like up in my grill being
To
like,
talk
yo,
to
girl. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's sexy.
He's beautiful.
Yeah, he
There's
is
no
pretty.
doubt about that.
He lives in LA.
Yeah,
so
he
if it doesn't
does.
work out for him and Rachel, Eric, you know who you need to come talk to.
I do have a couple of fan questions for Ashley.
Nice.
Over there.
Okay.
Megan wants to know, are you dating at all currently?
Does that mean am I going on dates? I
Yes.
go on dates.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you love it?
Do I? Yeah.
Do you like dating?
No, I hate it.
What?
Who likes dating?
How often are you dating?
I guess like let's say an average of 2 dates a month. I think
That's pretty good.
I think that's pretty exhausting.
Because you're busy.
Where do you
too.
meet people?
It's a variety, but I'm on Hinge right now.
Hinge.
Is that a good
it's
one?
a relationship app.
What is
So
that?
it's like it's for people who aren't looking for hookups like Tinder, supposedly.
Okay.
So you guys don't kiss on the first date?
I normally would not know.
Really?
Not
On
even
The
a kiss?
Bachelor, I do.
Well, Rylan's like,
Bachelor,
I kiss
do.
always.
Courtney Renee Frank wants to know, who was your closest friend in the mansion?
Well, in the mansion would refer to my time on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
I was closest to Megan and Mackenzie, who you guys may or may not remember. But my most notable Bachelor friends would be Jared, Jade, Tanner, Carly, Evan, Wells,
Just like
Becca.
some of the biggest
You have, like,
icons
a whole
from
The
the show.
twins, Amanda. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's like kind of You just get really close to everyone.
And then finally for you, Ashley, one more question. Sorry, Josh.
Things are escalating really quickly here with Rylan.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Now I casually have an eyelash on.
Your eyes are so
Wow, they're popping.
Angelica Rose wants to know if you were on this season of The Bachelorette, who would you choose to give the final rose to?
That's a good
Here's your rose, by the way.
question.
Take
Okay.
this. Who are you going to give it to?
Okay, so I haven't had a one-on-one with one of these guys, but I can give you my top two right now.
Yes.
For you personally.
For me personally, but one of them, I'm saying that like one of them we know better because he's had a one-on-one, and that would be Peter.
Of course.
The one that I would also have in my top two would be Dean.
Yes.
And I may have some inside scoop that we'll get to know Dean a little bit better next week.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Like with his shirt on or off?
I don't know about that, but he's a cutie.
His teeth?
Yeah.
They're so beautiful.
His smile's
He's
great.
so
So great.
though. I think he might know that he's as attractive as he
He
is.
looks like a little Cabbage Patch doll.
Yes,
so
he
cute.
does.
He looks like Jesse McCartney meets
Yes.
Chris Soules.
Wow.
Yes.
Well,
Oh
Dean,
my
you have a
gosh.
home here if you ever want to
So,
stop by.
that's for
Rylan, I
him.
think we're going to check in with you later.
All
You're
right.
looking fantastic.
Thank you.
Do you have
Thank you.
anything else you would like to say to the people?
Oh, I just wanted to thank a few people for sharing. Vin Adams shared our video. Roxanne Rodriguez is going ham in the comments. And so is Rachel A. So keep on sharing the video, and I'll be over here getting glam.
Oh, yes, you look very glam. Okay, so we've been on the topic of Ashley, getting some great answers to some questions from you guys. But as we all know from watching a ton went down, Ashley, on your time on Chris Soules this season, along with, of course, my favorite show ever, Bachelor in Paradise. You weren't on just once, you were on twice. So if you haven't personally relived this enough, we thought it would be really fun to just take a moment to just enjoy some of your most shining moments from the show.
What a treat! Ah!
I know what you did.
You think I'm not as smart as you because I don't use big words?
Are you kidding me? Chris! I don't like anyone, ever. Like, rarely attracted to anyone, ever. And then it's like the one, it's like I thought I would... There it is. There's the laugh cry.
My whole thing is about being real. I'm completely real.
There's not a fake bone in my body except for my Botox and my eyelashes. Are those even bones?
How can I distract you?
This is what romance novels are made of. Like, girl likes guy who doesn't like her. I know that the spirit of my dog Lucy is gonna help me on this journey. Please let some guy that I actually will have some sort of instant chemistry and connection with walk in that door. Like, this is worth crying over, right? Yeah, until she showed up. No, screwed.
I know you've seen all that a gazillion times, but like, what do you feel when you see those clips again?
You know, just joy. It's just funny. It's so funny. And like, even though I cried so much, like, I always look back on the experiences so positively.
You look so pretty when you cry.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
but
if you
thank
get emotional, it looks like we have some tissues here
Exactly.
available
Yes.
for you.
I mean, that's one of the things I love most about you is you took this thing which some people might be embarrassed about, crying, which is not something to be embarrassed about, and you unapologetically
No emotion shaming.
turned it into a brand, like any lady boss would. So what are some of the products? that
So
we can get our
this
hands
is
on?
the Ashley Eye Tissue Box. We have my sister and I have this thing that we call the Emotional Revolution, and it's basically about anti-emotion shaming because I got so much shaming for being emotional and like being expressive about my feelings. It was crazy. So we call it the Emotional Revolution. Just feel, and be outward about it.
100%.
So this is all some of my crying faces.
While you're crying, I got
Oh,
for you.
Oh,
But keep talking about your tissues.
So then we have other things that have to do with our podcast, which is called the I Don't Get It podcast, which is like being grossed out by guys, waiting for text messages, being afraid of being ghosted, there's all that kind of merch. It's on buyashleyishop.com.
Well, congratulations.
Good for you. Cheers to that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers to emotions.
Cheers to emotions.
And
Is it just
Dadams,
tears?
thanks for this.
Tears in this cup.
Cups full of tears. Okay, Ashley, I want to go back really quick. We saw in some of your best moments, a lot of them were actually during Bachelor in Paradise, which is when I feel like I truly fell in love with you.
Oh, thank you.
And any true Bachelor fan out there, us hardcore fans, know that Paradise, I feel like Paradise is the thing that we're really waiting for all year long because it's just the best. So as a special treat for you guys, we found out today that a bunch of the cast was just confirmed. Not the whole cast yet, but a bunch of them. Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too.
Almost
So we have some pictures. First up, we've got Corinne and Taylor.
I hope they're going to be roommates.
Oh, well, they are roommates.
Are
and
they?
You only have one room for the girls. There's only one big room for the girls. And there's only one room for the guys, but the girls' room is way bigger than
Like
the guys'
bunk
room.
bed status?
Bunk bed status. There's actually a cool king-size bunk bed. It's a king-size bed with a king-size bed.
The same every year, you think?
It's the same every year.
Yeah.
Well, I've been there twice. I'm just going off of what I know.
What you do know. So Corinne and Taylor, I'm excited to see if there's going to be any like hashtag emotional intelligence discussions.
There can't possibly. She can't actually utter those words again.
I feel like we've already covered emotional intelligence to the point that our ears have bled, so I think we need a new phrase.
Yeah. She'll come up with a new phrase.
There's a lot of drinking on the island, right?
Well, the thing is, it's so hot and humid, and I'm thinking like 95 plus like a lot of humidity.
Ooh.
You sweat it out. Like there's only a number of times where I actually remember feeling drunk/tipsy.
Really?
And I'm not a drinker, but like if I'm around a guy that I have a crush on, like that's the one time where I'm gonna drink. And if I feel safe that night and I can be like, safe like getting a rose, I'll like go ham
you'll
at
let
a rose
loose.
ceremony. Yeah. So, but yes, to answer your question, while there is a lot of drinking, you sweat it all out. You barely feel it.
Interesting.
unfortunate.
Well, someone I would definitely have to drink a lot to go on a date with would be DeMario, who's going to be in Paradise. I can't believe this. I am shocked.
Is this the whole point of him being on the show, though? Do you think he's in it
Maybe.
for the wrong reasons?
Oh my gosh.
That gets thrown around a lot, those
The
words.
wrong reasons is stupid. I'm so tired of the phrase. I mean,
do you think he's in it for the fame? That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
So maybe the right reasons?
Actually,
The smart reasons?
okay. I think the right reasons should primarily be like if you find your soulmate, that should be your ultimate goal.
Right.
But you need to go into it thinking like that's probably unlikely.
Right.
And I'm gonna go in it for making friends, having really cool experiences, traveling, and personal growth.
Tissue line.
Insane the amount of personal growth you go through during this experience.
Yeah.
Well, the three next people that we're revealing are on the cast: Amanda Stanton, Raven, and Robbie. I think all three of them are definitely in it for what I would say are the right reasons.
Even the Ken doll?
Oh my gosh, Robbie wants to find love.
Yeah.
Don't you guys think so?
Yeah, and Raven wants to find an O, and so maybe she'll find it.
Maybe with Robbie.
Maybe she and Robbie will make it happen.
Amanda and I are tight, and I'm gonna say I don't see any potential guy in this released list today.
But there's going to be more filtering in because as
Yeah.
people who watch the show know, every single week more people are popping up.
And
It's crazy.
just a little note, they cannot release the name of anybody who has not been eliminated from Rachel's season yet, so they won't be included in that OG list.
Really?
Insider tips.
I just want Ashley I back on the show.
Yeah, would you ever go back?
Depends. I'm not gonna cross it out in my life.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But this season was definitely a no-go. I was like, you need a break.
Yeah.
You need a minute to recover.
Yeah.
Plus, you have like 75 jobs. You're just way too busy. All right, so now it's time to get down to business, aka this whole brawl that went down between Lee and Eric and Bryce. And I mean, kind of shockingly, in my opinion, Eric did come out with the group bros after all of that. So I'm going to turn this over to you guys watching. Do you think Eric's intentions are pure, or is this whole thing that he's doing just a show that he's putting on? You know what to do. Leave your comments for a chance to see them read by Dadams throughout the show. By the way, can we get a quick look at Dadams really quick?
I haven't even seen myself.
Wow! Oh my
I
gosh!
have to say, Rylan, you are more attractive as a female than any of us on this couch. Very area.
It's getting scary because
gorgeous.
It feels like I'm a girl more than I am a boy these days.
Well, I'm not complaining about it.
Welcome to the club.
You look fantastic. Okay, so, and since we did see Bryce, I have to say, continuing on this conversation about the whole brawl, so since we did see Bryce and Lee confront Rachel's girls about Eric, I want to turn this over to you, Ashley, because you're the only one here who's been in the situation. I would say that out of all of Bachelordom, you are known for having one of the most stress-worthy, insane 2-on-1 dates I've ever seen. It was between you and Kelsey and Chris, where you did confront Chris about Kelsey. So I'm curious to know from your opinion, is it doing more harm than good for someone like you to like talk to the guy about the other girl? What do you think now looking back on it?
In that moment, I wouldn't ever take it back. It was epic television, and it needed to be done. I think Chris didn't really need to hear it from me. I think he probably already knew that she was crazy, but you know, you got her wishes. I just had to say something.
Good for you.
But for the majority, and I also felt like I was a spokesperson for the other girls at home. Like we all were just like, this girl is nutty. So I had to say something. But normally, I don't think it makes you look super great when you're using your time to talk about somebody else. I don't think that's usually helpful in the long run. And as far as like this Lee, Iggy is really the one who's just like, Iggy just literally doesn't say anything else to her.
Don't like him at all.
No. Ugh. Eric, at least, you know, Eric is in this trifecta right now, where they're trying to, you know, I don't know what they're trying to do with him.
Do you think they're all behind the scenes kind of plotting against Eric and they're all like, we want him out of the house, so in order to get him out of the house, when we get to Rachel, we need to just like smear his name.
Oh, think about this.
How's that?
When you
so sad. It's all strategy. It's like Survivor for dating. You know?
But when you think of this group, think about the 3 weaklings. The 3 weaklings that we don't know and that we don't think that she's into would be Lee, Iggy, and Bryce. We've never seen them interact.
That is true, actually. And I love the fact that Eric wears scarves. I
love
like
Eric.
to point that out. And I have a mutual friend with him, and I've heard some great things. So
good.
I think he's not gone yet. I think Eric's sticking around.
Oh, yeah.
But I know
hope Iggy leaves soon, though.
I don't get Iggy.
Oh my gosh, he's sleazy. He is a drama queen. Just like the way he was listening to that conversation in the kitchen, and then he's like, I'm gonna walk over there and get into it.
Yeah.
When Eric was yelling, but my name is in your mouth, I was like, you better tell. Yes, you tell him, Eric.
I know.
Yes. I was totally team Eric. I was like viscerally responding. I had his back just in case the guys were gonna get a little crazy on the couch. Like I was there for you, Eric. Like right behind you.
I know.
Don't you guys love watching men fight?
It's the best.
You guys,
so wonderful.
It was during this episode that I was like, I like the Bachelorette more than I like the Bachelor.
Yes. Me too.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like it makes me feel really like good about myself in general. But I know that you guys out there also have a ton of feedback. So also, I just want to see what Rylan looks like. So, data.
I'm feeling great over here. Brian Mendez is really beating my face. I haven't seen it, but I feel like I'm beat. I'm feeling this Kylie lip
Is this a lip kit on?
Yeah, we have money over here, okay, honey? No, all right. So a few people are watching. I want to thank them. Not a few, a lot are watching. But Clay Bryce, our main Clevver, Devin Brewer, Crystal Rose, we love all of you. And on last night's episode, we have some thoughts from our viewers.
You look so Kardashian-like over there.
One person is asking if you guys think the producers asked Blake, E, and Lucas to fight.
Ooh, what do you think, Ashley? Or did they like get him riled up at all?
Rylan, you look like a Disney character, like Bambi.
I will take that as a compliment.
Yes.
Doesn't he look like Bambi?
Yes. Oh, so good. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that the producers have any sort of space to kind of get them to say things they want them to, or do like encourage them to fight?
No, I think Blake was like all in it himself. Like he just wanted to fight. But when I was at Access Hollywood this morning, Kit Hoover came up with this very interesting.
I love her.
Yeah, me too.
With Kit Hoover, my girl.
Yeah, she's the best. She came up with a theory that the two of them being from the same town and also on the same show in the past, they were on a WeTV show called Exiled.
Right.
She said that maybe the two of them got together, you know, off camera before casting and all that.
Like they hooked up?
And no, and they were like, we're gonna be like these crazy clowns together.
So they can like lead the Christmas parade in their hometown. They can be like the stars of the show.
Yeah. So who knows? knows? Maybe that was their scheme the whole time.
That is a terrible plan.
Another
It
question
worked. They got
or another
attention.
statement coming in
Yes.
is from Rahai M. She's saying, I don't like when guys talk to Rachel about other guys.
Yeah.
100%. To me,
Yeah.
it seems like, and I get what you're saying, you felt like you had to be a spokesperson for everyone, and I can understand a certain level that you'd feel like you'd have to do that for everybody, but why would you waste the little time you have talking about somebody else? Isn't it limited, the amount of time you get?
I'm gonna say little time is about right. It's
And
about
Rachel's
10
so
minutes.
smart. Like,
10
she can see through that facade, I think. I think she's not a dramatic person, and when all these men come to her acting dramatic, I think she doesn't like it.
Yeah, oh, definitely not.
How long are the one-on-ones usually?
The one-on-one sessions during a group date or a cocktail party are about 10 to 15 minutes.
What about the real life one-on-ones? Like when
the
you go.
real life one-on-ones? Great question.
Thanks.
Avid fan. Avid fan.
They like stretch, they're like all day things, but you're only with each other for a number of hours.
Yeah, not too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy to see these people like extreme dating, like just like
Exactly.
cramming
Falling
all
in
of this
love so
life
quickly.
into such a short amount of time.
Riding on horses through Beverly Hills. I don't get to know each other very
A few
well.
mentions
my
for
dream.
Ashley. Sean Sullivan is saying, I'm so shopping on Ashley's website. And Basket Hensenda, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your names, forgive me, says, I can't believe Ashley isn't crying anymore. I miss teary-eyed Ashley. Please come back. And then somebody else is saying, please come back to Paradise this summer. That's Noof Aziz.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, even if she's not in Paradise, she's at Clevver a lot. So just stick with us right here. Thank you, Rylan. We're going to check in with you later. But right now, I'm really excited about this next segment because it also just so happens to be a segment that I look forward to because I die for Ellen DeGeneres. I think she's amazing. We all witnessed Rachel play this game with her guys on an actual taping of the Ellen show. So what the heck? I thought, why don't we play a little Never Have I Ever also?
Amazing.
Here you guys go.
Take one
We know the drill. We know the drill. And Rylan, if you'd like to play along, you're welcome
I'll
to.
chime in, you know?
And thanks to you guys for submitting some of these questions. I'm a little bit nervous, but okay, here we go.
Okay.
So first one, never have I ever, oh wow, never have I ever been in handcuffs.
Oh.
In hand.
Oh,
Erin!
Okay, guys.
Tell the
Okay,
story.
it doesn't sound as kinky as you think it sounds.
Oh, I wasn't thinking
No, I was
kinky.
like a tomboy growing up, and I loved like handcuffing my friends to like my bedpost and like running away and leaving them there. I've never been arrested or done anything kinky in bed with handcuffs, but I have been in handcuffs.
Okay, all right.
They do if they're a little too tight.
Yeah.
So you got to keep them loose.
Nice of her.
Tips. Tips and tricks with handcuffs.
Yeah, handcuff hacks. It's great. Okay, next one. Never have I ever made out with a complete stranger.
Oh, God.
my God.
Yeah.
Preschool. Preschool.
Your
First day.
Wait, what
First
does
day.
complete stranger mean? Like, does that mean you've never exchanged words?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, well,
Or like maybe a few words but no names.
I
don't know.
I have all of the above.
College!
Within an hour of meeting. I would call that a stranger.
I danced with someone once and we didn't speak. We just danced and then we made out.
That's beautiful.
It was really beautiful.
Is that your husband?
No. We also dance and make out, but not in that scenario. Yeah.
You guys talk.
We talk a lot more.
Tracy, based on you wanting to make out with all of the Bachelorette contestants, I feel like this is a big part of your past.
And present. Yeah, I have no problem making out with strangers.
Okay.
Yeah, I love. I mean, I'm like wifed up now, but like I'm not wearing a ring.
No, I was going to say, but you are, right?
Looking at my finger.
I'm getting a little hot right now.
Sweating. Someone make out with me. I love it. I think hooking up with strangers is so fun.
It's like a French hello, really.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's what Kelsey's doing now. She lives in France.
totally
It's
is,
fantastic. Okay, never have I ever called out sick to work, but I wasn't really sick.
I actually have not.
You haven't.
I have, but it's been a while.
Same.
It's stressful because then especially with social media and stuff,
Yeah.
you have to be like like on all your like Instagram stories and stuff.
Yeah, it's not
also,
worth
I
it.
don't have like a job, so probably like I don't know, in between.
Problems.
You know?
I get guilt tripped personally if I
Yeah.
don't show up.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a responsibility.
I just
Too
show up and get
responsible.
everybody sick.
And then they're like, please get out of here. Okay, next one. Never have I ever late night texted an ex.
Late night.
Like,
like late at night in the wee hours of the morning.
Oh, I'm like 2 p.m. You up?
I'm not really that. I'm usually asleep by 9, so.
Well, nothing good happens after 7. I stand by that, but I definitely have in the past.
Yeah, it's fun. And then it's so sad when they don't contact you back.
And you're like, did they get it? Did they not get it?
Yeah.
Are they upset?
Oh, did they change their number? I should call.
Are they asleep? I don't know.
Ashley, you have your life together.
Yeah, I know, but that's like maybe my problem is that I'm too good.
After this, we're gonna text someone.
No.
We're gonna wait until 10 p.m. and text someone. Okay, last one. This one is so funny to me. I just thought, never have I ever deleted a post on social media due to a lack of likes.
Oh, definitely guilty.
Sure.
You have not? I haven't, and I have some posts
Good for
that are
you.
terrible. Go deep on my feed. I took a picture of like just the streets in Las Vegas. That's like 2 likes. Who does that?
I just think if a lot of people haven't liked it, it's either not as good as I thought it was, and I should take it down immediately, or it's possibly offensive and no one's telling me. So that's why I take it down. Not so much because I just can't handle the fact that no one likes my stuff. It's just like, ooh, maybe this is upsetting people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, sometimes you think your own stuff is so great and people are like, disagree.
Yeah,
This is
like it.
terrible.
Don't think it's funny.
I'm not. I don't feel good about it. I just legit have a self-esteem downgrade. So.
Do you go through Instagram and delete as well?
Not really.
No.
Where are you deleting? Facebook?
No. Oh, I mean, I delete on Instagram, but like immediately, like within 5 minutes.
If it's not getting enough likes,
on 5 minutes,
you're like,
then
I'm
it's like,
out.
oh, scary, get away.
Oh my. Well, I feel like we all really learned a lot about each other. I'm definitely sweating.
These are very handy for our.
This is actually a perfect segue into my favorite part of the show every single week. It is our secret stress moment. So if you all recall from last week, this is the part of the show where each of us panelists cast our opinions on the most stressful moments from the previous night's episode. And I think we all know there was a lot, but Erin, what stressed you out?
Oh my gosh. The team of toddlers, Blake versus Waboom, was so stressful to me because I thought someone was going to prison. I thought for sure someone was, look at his motions. Like, so he could have easily smacked him and then it would have been assault.
Look how calm he is next
and
to him.
I thought this was like 2 little children on the playground fighting over a toy, and the mom was in the back telling them to behave themselves. It was so stressful for me, but I will say it was the reason why I kept watching the show. It was so good. I don't know. It's so funny because I think women often get a bad rap about being emotional, like you were saying earlier. But I feel like in this moment, they behaved unlike any 2 women I've ever seen before.
So weird and aggressive.
Amateur childish.
Oh, such strange points they were talking about also. I just find it very perplexing.
Like the word clown was used probably 15 times.
Yeah, and shout out to clowns though. Good for them. Shout out to all the clowns out there watching. We love you.
What about when he goes like, this is not about winning, this is about the world?
Oh, I love that. I wanted to make that my Twitter bio, actually. I'm glad you just reminded me. I loved that moment.
Well, I'm still dying. Actually, last week, our guest on the show, Chad, he has trademarked Waboom, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do together in the future.
How did he trademark it?
Just
You
did it.
Applied.
He just did. So he owns Waboom.
Oh, he's so
smart. He's so smart.
Yeah.
Smart to win out of his sales.
What about you, Tracy? What are you stressed out by?
Oh, my sweatiest moment was definitely when he asked if he could kiss her.
Was it because his nose was literally sweaty?
Was
it? When he did it. I couldn't still look how sweaty he is. I was like, oh no, she's going to have to
it was
kiss
the
him.
attitude in her face.
Oh my God.
She's
And then
like,
it was so stressful too because he was like,
oh no, we're watching it again.
It was so stressful because he was like, I can see us in a wedding dress and a tux, and then she was like, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And it was awful. It was awful.
It really was. And I mean, call me crazy. I just think it's so weird for someone to ask to kiss someone else. Do you guys feel like that?
Somebody asked to kiss me once.
And
I said, okay. And then we dated for 3 months after that because I was, yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah. I have a story too. In Paradise, it wasn't in the actual edit, but Wells and I were going back and forth with questions for each other on our first date. And I was like, well, do you have any more questions for me? And he was like, can I kiss you? And I was like, that's cute.
Okay, see, that's cute. If it's like a part of the shtick.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Did you say yes or
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have to talk about that at length as well. Okay, so what
Now
was
I'm
your...
getting sweaty.
Oh my gosh, just if you need any tissues to wipe it off right over here. Ashley, what was your most stressful moment?
I was definitely stressed watching the whole Iggy versus Eric and
Just the whole
Lee
brawl
thing. That whole thing stressed me out mostly because I was like, Eric better not leave because this guy Lee is actually manipulating the situation so well that she doesn't see through it. And it's just stressful to see somebody that you think is a good person getting pounded.
100%.
Does that sound?
Yeah.
Plus, Lee must have said like 100 times, "I love you to death, man. I love you to death." I was like, gross. No, you don't.
I was like, oh my God, stop lying. Stop being condescending. Stop sitting with your cup. Oh my gosh. The way that he was like,
so maniacal.
Yeah. He looks like an animated cartoon villain.
Actual Disney villain.
Like a villain.
Yes. I picture him like an old man on his porch being like trying to figure out like
trying
who
to
to
shoot
mess up
things as
next.
they walk by or something.
Yeah.
He's like Cruella DeVille's right-hand man.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, if you want to come on our show next week, you're 100% welcome.
We'll treat you like we're friends with you.
Exactly. Okay, so my most stressful moment, it just kind of stressed me out. Just on a lot of levels, maybe because I was just sweating from seeing all of the guys shirtless on Ellen, a different kind of stress. But Alex's dance move just made me a little nervous.
Really?
I don't know if it was just pants. Those pants were an interesting choice, but I mean,
I think that woman's being assaulted.
oh my gosh, the booty shake, like with which he does that, I don't know how to explain it.
I hope they have a therapist available for those
so
women.
would this totally disturb you guys? Is it weird that I find that kind of dancing like I'd feel grossed out afterward?
Yeah,
because
I would be like, definitely you're a stripper for sure.
Yeah.
Like, are you not telling me something?
Right.
Well, it's just so aggressive. Like bruising could be involved. Like it's very much like, oh no, I have to run away from this situation.
Tracy's like, I love it. Let me just on me.
Let me just say something really fast. The confidence. He's so confident. And there's something about being very confident and then like doing something terrible.
There is something.
And it like makes it endearing and charming. And I was sweating, but I don't think I was sweating to the extent that you were like perspiring.
Okay.
You know?
It was like more of an internal sweat.
It was like a glisten.
All right. Okay, well, that was fun. I always love talking about our stressful moments. And I think what's most stressful to me on the real is how easy it is to pick out all these moments. And the fact that we usually like run out of things to talk about because there's only 4 of us.
Yeah.
We can only talk about 4 things. And guys, let I remind you again, obviously I can't even talk. I'm so freaked out. It's only week 3.
What?
But yeah, it's only week 3 of the show.
crazy.
I know.
Well, we've spent like 8 hours with these people already, I feel like.
Yeah, we've like lived a whole life, but now we want to hear your thoughts. You know the drill, so let us know which moment had you stressed out the most. Comment below, and Rylan's going to be sorting through and letting us know what you're saying in a few minutes. On another note, as you guys know, The Bachelorette trends online every single week. It's easily television's most tweeted about show on Mondays for sure. And this is where the Bachelor Nation dedicates their nights to tweeting about the most hilarious things. There's like gifts, there's reactions to the show. So right now, I just want to take a minute to look at some of the crazy tweets that we found from last night. Let's pull up this first one. Erin, do the honors.
Oh, Vinny. Okay, this is a really good one. It says, I've never been more ashamed to be on a ketogenic diet. Now that Blake just said he is.
We need to explain the situation.
Yeah,
though.
so I actually missed this moment last night because I was so hungry talking about bananas. I was in the kitchen when it happened. But apparently this was Blake's response to Rachel saying that it couldn't have been him with the banana over Waboom because he's on a ketogenic diet, which is, I've never even heard of that.
I was educated today. Actually, Cupcake, who we'll be hearing from later in the show, told me that it's basically a no-carb diet and it allows your body
Ketosis.
to eat the fat instead of the carbs.
He's hangry! Oh my gosh, and his breath probably smells really bad because when you go through ketosis, your breath, you know when you're really hungry and your breath stinks?
Yeah, I hate it.
No wonder he got
It's the worst.
eliminated.
Yeah.
He had bad breath.
He was calling a banana carbs. He's like, that couldn't have been me because I don't eat carbs, therefore I don't eat bananas. Like, wait, it's not a loaf of bread. Like what?
Is it a carb?
Maybe there's like carbs in it, but I don't think it's like classified.
Sugary, so it's like fruits are carbs to those crazy.
But it's like not a grain, right?
I disagree.
No
I disagree. I
offense to
love a
carb
good
people.
banana. All right, let's pull up our next tweet. Tracy, you do the honors on this next little gem that we have.
All right, so this is from Olivia. The guys in the house are all excited to see the girls posse. Is that the word?
Posse.
So they can check out who they want to date in paradise.
Totally agree.
Absolutely.
So true.
Yeah.
Those guys have never looked so excited.
They haven't. Their eyes really lit up when that door opened.
They have been isolated from all women except Rachel for weeks.
Yeah.
They were like looking at Raven, like
Backless shirt coming at me.
oh my
gosh.
so into her.
Okay, our last tweet here. Let's pull it up on the screen. Oh, I love this one. Samantha Highfill put up this photo of one of the guys covered in mud after the whole mud fight and said, I think it's safe to say no one here is a winner. And I have to say, I couldn't agree more.
I don't even know if that photo even needs a caption. I think it speaks for itself.
It reminds me of the movie Encino Man. Do you guys remember that movie?
No.
Hashtag 90s.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long
Remember
time.
he would eat the fruit off of the hat?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's another after show we need to start. Okay, you guys, it's now time to check in with our Bachelor bracket predictions. Aaron, Lily, and I, pretty much everybody at the office filled out this bracket. We want you guys to join in, by the way. And we're going to be giving away some sort of fun prize that we haven't decided what it's going to be to the winner at the end of the season. So, I mean, maybe, Ashley, maybe we'll take home a box of your tissues or something.
Oh,
so,
yeah. A whole bucket of emotional revolution gear.
I'm
I
into
actually
it.
need some tissues right now.
Okay, so guys,
makes a lot of sense.
who's your prediction? Who is going to be the winner? Now that we're 3 episodes in, who's it going to be?
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah.
Start.
Okay, I think Dean. I think Dean's going to make it very far.
Baby Dean.
Well, I don't know if he's going to win, but I sure do think he's going to make it really far. And I think Peter or the other one that looks a lot like Peter but doesn't have a gap.
The guy who made out with her in the first episode.
You guys.
Oh, Brian.
Peter doesn't look anything like Brian.
Well, they're like they both have hair and stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Similar bone structure.
No.
I think so.
Ashley, what do you
different
think?
bone structure.
Who is Rachel picking?
I think you're on point with those 3. Yeah. I mean, I just don't have I'm not a fan of Brian
Peter.
for some reason.
Really?
No, I'm a very big fan of Peter.
Brian's such a good loud kisser.
Ew.
I'm very
that a
turned
skill?
off watching their kisses, so I'm just not interested in dealing with him personally.
Okay.
But I know that Rachel likes him, so I'm gonna put Brian in my top 4 as well as Dean and Peter. And then there's a slot that I'm not really 100% sure about, but I'm gonna throw in Eric for that.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Aaron, what about you, girlfriend?
I'm glad that you asked because my bracket is
You
right
have it with
here
you.
with me. In my top, if we're doing top 4, I love Josiah. He wasn't.
love Josiah.
He didn't get a lot of airtime in this episode, but that's okay. That tells me he's going to be in it in the long haul.
He's
I
a
love
lawyer,
him.
right?
He's a lawyer. They have a lot in common. I also love Kenny. I
like Kenny, too.
I like Kenny too.
And I think she really likes him too. Although I think it was a minus for him to lose that wrestling match. He's a professional wrestler. How can you lose? That's embarrassing.
Hey, Aaron, I have so much to say. We all have the same favorites, but I'm not sure how much Rachel actually likes Kenny or likes Josiah. I think the audience loves Kenny and Josiah, but I don't think she really cares.
Really?
I think I agree with you. I see more chemistry. She was literally laying on Peter and did not. She's like, I'm not gonna get up. I think that's a pretty good sign. I'm gonna go with Peter, but I also think any of those 4, 5, 6 we just talked about would be amazing bachelors.
Yes.
Which is definitely got to be on our radar. So
I think Dean. I think Sweet Baby Dean is going to be the next.
I
If
think
it's not
Dean's
Peter,
a
then it's
very
Dean.
good bachelor option.
Yeah, he's
only
so
time will
cute.
tell, people. All right, I know you've been dying to chime in, and we've been dying to see what's going on with Rylan. So let's head on over and get an update. By the way, look at this makeover.
Okay, let me tell you, I can't see myself right now, but I went to take a selfie and the beard is really throwing me off. I look very strange. However, the makeup, the face is beat. Brian Mendez.
Wow, Brian Mendez.
He actually does a lot of beautiful people. You can check him out on Instagram. I think it's just your name, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Brian
so
Mendez.
I look great. You don't even have to tell me. I already know. But I do want to check in. We asked you for the moments that you thought were the most stressful throughout the night. Stop laughing at me, Jocelyn. I'm trying to work.
Rylan, you look so cute.
You look like Joanne the Scammer.
Still Rylan, yo, All right, so McKenna Caldwell said that she was cringing so hard during the horse part of the one-on-one. She said she had no idea why. Rahini M said Fred kissing Rachel was stressful. The Little Things in Life said that Blake literally scared her. And then another one I thought was funny was Jennifer Williams. She said, I was okay with Fred asking for the kiss, but how he ended up doing it was super cringy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was very awkward. It did seem like a young child kissing a grown adult lawyer woman.
Yeah. I think that was what happened.
Yeah, I think she went for it though. You got to give it to her for just being like,
he went in. She leaned back.
She was
But
like,
pretty
she
much
much said
still.
no thank you with so little words, and then he still continued.
But she like ended up kissing him, and of course she did send him home shortly thereafter. But like she did like kiss. She participated.
So that's a check in the box for Tracy.
Yeah. So Rachel,
good job, girl. Rylan, do we have any more questions or?
Yeah, I have a couple host questions for you guys. People are very concerned about your outfit, so I'll just choose one of you.
Okay.
How about Ashley? Since you're the Bachelor queen here, where's your outfit from?
My outfit is from a online store called Fine and Funky, but it is the brand Flynn Sky.
That was from Charlotte, her last Steinenberg something.
Charlotte, I already asked her the same question right before we started shooting.
From YouTube, Warren Burke says, where's Lily?
Gotta say, you guys, for the first time ever, Queen Lils has taken the day off.
Good for her.
To rest and relax and rejuvenate. And who knows, maybe she'll come back tomorrow with a different hair
Maybe
color.
she's watching right now. Lils,
Hey.
if you're out there, give us
What's
a
up,
question.
Lils?
Give us a question.
Another one from YouTube is Brianna S. She wants to know if Ashley would consider going to Bachelor in Paradise, even though you've already been there a couple times before.
Well, I think I kind of answered that earlier when I said like I would be open to future Bachelor explorations, but not this year.
She's taking a break.
Yeah,
Living that host life. Okay, so then checking back in with if we think Eric has good intentions. A lot of people have funny reactions. Reese, Tylendale says that Eric needs to go home. Annie Loves You says Eric is not mature. Liz Marquise says that she loves Eric and the other guys antagonize him. And then Sarah Pincock says Eric is so insecure.
Oh, poor Eric. Well, again, Ashley I loves Eric, so
I do too.
just throwing it out there.
I think Eric has more fans than not.
I think he has a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Rylan.
Yeah.
You look amazing.
That's all I have.
Oh my God.
you guys make sure you keep on sharing the love, and we're talking about fights. We talked about mud wrestling. We talked about so many things, but we haven't talked about the front runners. Who's gonna take it home? Who's gonna take
like
the
the
top
top spot?
Well, I kind of feel like it's the same thing with the bracket, and I think we all agree. I hope Rachel's paying. Well, she's already engaged. I'm like, I hope Rachel's paying attention to us right now, but she's
But
already
like, who do you think is gonna get really close and then not get it?
Oh, who's not going to get it?
I think Josiah.
Josiah?
I think Kenny.
I think it's a toss-up between Peter and Brian.
Or Diggy. I like Diggy. Do you not like Diggy?
Oh, Diggy's gone. Diggy's gone. But I like Diggy.
I love Diggy.
I love Diggy.
I'm so sad.
Diggy, send us some shoes.
Oh wait, Diggy's, you guys, I'm so bad.
You're so confused.
I'm getting
So many people. I
Guys, I'm sorry,
know. No,
Diggy.
he's still there. He's still there, Diggy. Diggy is still there, but
That's embarrassing.
I think Diggy likes his clothes more than he likes Rachel.
Well, I like his clothes a lot too. I'm gonna throw that out there.
His shoes, he definitely likes shoes
The
more
fashion.
than Rachel. Yeah.
We're almost to the end of the show. Not quite yet, so don't start crying unless you want to use the tissues, which we have.
an option.
But of course, you guys know we couldn't leave you without your daily dose of tea spillage. And Ashley, you've recently had the pleasure of interviewing a ton of people in our studio for your Spill the Tea segment.
Yeah.
But most recently, it was a Bachelor contestant from Caitlin's season, Chris Strandberg, who had one of the most memorable limo exits of all time.
Entrances.
He entered in a cupcake, and now, I mean, he pretty much goes by Cupcake. So I'm just gonna turn this over to you, and by the looks of things, I think some serious tea was spilled. Check it out.
Hey guys, welcome to Tea Time with Ashley I. Today I'm here with Cupcake. His name is also Chris, which a lot of Bachelor Nation's probably forgotten, to be honest.
Yeah, anytime I'm called out, it's always Cupcake.
You don't mind being called Cupcake by fans?
I never had a nickname in my life, and then all of a sudden it was like, now I have this nickname, Cupcake. It's fine.
Where did you get the Cupcake
I take it as
from?
a compliment. We found this cupcake car that was handmade by a husband and wife in Venice. No
This
joke.
all happened within like 3 days of planning.
Like one day. Yeah. So I actually went and met the people who made it and like
What?
checked it
You
out.
went to Venice that
Yeah,
week?
and did a couple test runs, make sure I had the handle on it.
That's hysterical.
It was crazy, like it was a death trap because my head went through this like metal opening.
Yeah.
So it was only on 3 wheels, and if it tilted over, like I would definitely be decapitated. So we had to like practice, and there was like, yeah.
What?
But it worked out perfectly.
Was it automatic or did you have like your feet like a Flintstone?
It wasn't Flintstone
Okay.
stuff.
Back in the Bachelor house, did you judge guys' teeth? Did you judge their toothpaste, their toothbrushes? You were like, hey guys, and you're like handing out toothbrushes.
Yeah, I
Did
was.
you?
Yeah, well, I made sure everybody had, you know, the best breath. So I went around. I was like, you need to floss. You need to brush. Like,
Did
guys,
you
come
really?
on. And Ben, he came up to me one day. He's like, dude, I think I cracked a tooth. So I was like checking it out for him and stuff. I was like, oh man, I don't know. That doesn't look good, but I think you're gonna make it.
You were on the Aladdin date. You won the Aladdin date, and I know people are really like, Ashley, why are you talking about the Aladdin date that happened like a zillion seasons ago? Well, because it was the Aladdin date, and
your
everybody
dream
knows.
was to be Princess
Yeah, Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
And obviously you're a carbon copy of her.
Thank you.
Maybe slightly more beautiful in person.
Stop. We don't know how Jasmine would really look like in person.
It wouldn't be this good. Seriously, you guys,
Okay.
like, she is the prettiest girl ever in person. Oh, my
you
God.
guys are you're so
She's so
nice.
beautiful.
Okay.
And look at that smile. Oh my
Stop,
God.
stop. Okay.
I'm serious. Look at that smile. Show it off.
I'm smiling.
It's perfect.
Thanks.
That's coming from the dentist.
Thank you. How important is it to floss? Because I don't necessarily do it all the time.
Oh my God.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for being here today.
How important is it to floss? I love that segue.
So
he is
funny.
obsessed with
Are you guys happy together now?
No, it's like the weirdest thing. You guys have to listen to my podcast with Ben Higgins, and you can hear the whole story about how I thought I was on a date with Cupcake, but I wasn't. But based on the way he's so shamelessly
it's
flirting
so
with me,
obvious.
I don't feel weird about misinterpreting that.
Oh, he likes you. There's something
Yeah.
going on there.
Is
Oh,
that
for
just
sure.
is that Bachelor training though? Is that just what he knows how to do on camera?
Good question.
I don't know. Bachelor training, like, I guess there was some rumor that he could have been the Bachelor. You know, he's quite the professional, but
You know one thing I hate that men do to women sometimes?
Talk.
flirt without intention?
Close second. No, when they say smile.
Ooh.
Smile, you look
Oh,
prettier
no.
that way. And when he said that, I was like, no, he's not for you, Ashley. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You cannot go on another date with him.
But is that what he meant by smile? I thought he meant like, oh, look at that smile.
Even still,
maybe.
like, I'll
He
smile when
is-
I'm inspired to do so.
He is a dental professional, though. So, I mean, I don't know. What do we know, right?
I know. Well, you guys, I hate to say this,
What?
but
Oh.
it is time for us to part ways.
Oh,
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week, and make sure you guys come back next week to True Showmance because you know we're gonna be sitting here on this couch breaking it all down for you. Also, be sure to leave a comment and let us know all of your thoughts and reactions on last night's episode, those awkward one-liners and the most stressful moments. And keep following along with us each week as we check in with our Bachelorette brackets. And it's not too late, you guys, if you want to join. So if you want to play along, click down below for the link. And all you need is in that little description box. And of course, we're going to be sharing our bracket updates every single week right here on the show.
Yeah, the competition's getting crazy.
Correct.
People. Of course, we also have to thank our girl Ashley I for hanging out with us.
Anytime.
And also for
Anytime,
spilling the tea
guys.
every single week. There's a lot of amazing stuff coming
Thank
that you've
you.
already put together. I'm excited about. But besides being on Clevver, being where else are you? How else can people keep up with you?
Well, okay, so I got Clevver, then I have Access Hollywood, their Bachelor correspondent.
yes.
Every Tuesday on Access Hollywood Live, as well as my podcast with Ben Higgins with iHeartRadio, and then my other podcast with my best friend and my sister, which is the I Don't Get It podcast, and that's also on iTunes.
Oh, when
Oh
do
my
you
gosh.
sleep?
I don't know. I also have my recaps in Cosmopolitan every Tuesday.
That's so amazing. Good for you for getting
You look great for being
Thank
sleep
you.
deprived.
Thanks.
Really,
Tuesdays
really
are
cute.
rough, but I love them.
And thank you guys for sharing this video and for following along with us every single week. Don't forget to leave a comment, share, like, subscribe. You get it. And come back every single week for a bunch more Bachelorette with us.
And I also have to say, shout out to Tracy Stump for being here. And we can keep up with her all over the social media.
That's so true.
Yeah, great to see you, Tracy.
Great to see you as
Great to see you, Erin.
Thanks. Great to see all of you guys. I feel
Great
like
to see
I
all
live
of
with
you.
you.
And Rylan, I have to give you a shout out because you are our queen. You looked fantastic this whole entire episode. You've never looked better.
I hope you have somewhere to go after this.
Erin, I'm
You
going
and
somewhere
me.
with you, you know?
Oh, let's go to dinner.
Oh my
Give us your drinks.
God.
Maybe we could get some for free.
Oh,
I've
you
never
definitely.
tried that since I'm a girl now.
Oh, good luck, buddy. Good luck. Oh my gosh. And thank you again to all of you guys for joining us today. And thanks to our sponsor, Secret.
Yes.
Secret Clinical is there to keep you protected against unexpected stress sweat. One less thing to worry about when you're worrying about sweating through your gown at the rose ceremony.